I'm Saturday hauling for you guys today, and I'm going to go ahead and start off with a few things that I purchased at Ulta. I saw the display for the Orly and Lisa Frank nail stuff that came out, and quite a bit of the stuff was picked over. I wanted to get a few items from the collection, but I might have to end up ordering them online. I like to do more nail stuff in the wintertime when it's actually going to like last on my nails. But they did have one of the Celeste or Marquee and Celeste nail wraps in the display left, which this is one of my favorite characters from Lisa Frank, so I got excited about it. And then I also heard that these nail wraps last pretty decently on the fingers. I'm actually going to put them on probably in November, but I heard good things about the nail wraps, and I thought this was such a cute pattern, so I got this little set right here. There's, I think, 20 nail wraps in here, so you should be able to use them twice, I believe. And if they do last, as long as they say, that'll, be like maybe a month's worth. I'm so like hard on my nails in the summer. It's just pointless to do anything to them. But I got this guy and it's really cute. I also ended up purchasing the other Nars Basic Instincts 2 cheek quad. So this is the deeper of the two versions. I hauled the lighter one, I want to say 2 or 3 videos ago. And something about this quad just kind of screamed like fall to me. There's something about the colors in here that I just really wanted to try, especially the Exhibit A and the Taj Mahal shade. Those are 2 Nars blushes that I always had my eye on, but I'd never actually had. So they are in this little quad here, so I decided to get it, and I want to tell you guys how much product is in here. So there's 0.14 ounces or 4 grams times 4 shades, so you're getting a decent amount of product in here, and this is made in Canada. So it's got the standard kind of Nars packaging. It's not quite as grippy as the older stuff, but the top of it still has a slight satin matte kind of finish to it. And then inside you have got 4 blushes. You've got the shade Torrid, Savage, Exhibit A, and Taj Mahal. I've actually got the shade Savage on my face today as a bronzer, and it's super, super pigmented, and it has like a sheen to it. So I used a really fluffy brush, and then I went over it and buffed in with my powder brush. This is a BK Beauty 105 brush. I went over it with that because it did go on a little bit patchy because of how pigmented it is, but I do think overall as a bronzer it does look nice on my skin like that. It's just very, very pigmented. And then I got the Torrid shade, which is this pink with some kind of golden shimmers in it, as a blush on my cheeks today. But I just thought that there were some really pretty colors in here for fall, and I really wanted to try Exhibit A and the Taj Mahal shade. I actually will probably enjoy mixing those two. Here are the swatches of them, and then I'll go grab the Exhibit, I think it's called 2, and show it to you guys next to this one. But those are the swatches right there of the Basic Instincts 2 quad right here, and the only matte blush in here is the Exhibit A shade, which is this red. And then here it is next to the Basic Instincts 1 quad, which is the lighter pink one. My mom picked up the lighter one and she's been really enjoying that. But here's Basic Instincts 2 and here's Basic Instincts 1 next to each other, just for a reference. They also had the new Too Faced Cinnamon Swirl eyeshadow palette. So it's a limited edition sweet and spicy eyeshadow palette. And this guy here is bulk made in the USA, assembled in the Dominican Republic, and the amount of shadows in here, there are 18 eyeshadows that are 0.024 ounces each, which is kind of small in terms of the amount of product that you're getting per shade, but it is this palette right here. And this is actually the eyeshadow palette that I have on my eyes today. It is a standalone eyeshadow palette for me, and it comes in the standard kind of tin Too Faced packaging. The little like cinnamon buns are raised on the cover there, and then inside you have got your 18 shades, and the names are printed on the inside of the palette, so I like that. And there's a mirror in there as well. These shadows do have a slight like cinnamon scent to them, but it's not super overpowering in my opinion. And there's a pretty good array of matte shades and also shimmer shades in here, but I will say nothing in this eyeshadow palette is unique at all. So if you have a couple Too Faced eyeshadow palettes, which I'm sure we all do, right? You probably have all of these shades. There are some really pretty kind of metallic shades like the one that I have on the lid, but there's also some shades in here that are a little bit like duds, like this light kind of shimmer shade's got some micro glitters in it that fell on my face, and it's just for the micro glitters to be in there and it not to be like super shiny on the inner corner. I was just kind of like let down by it, because if you're putting glitter in there, it should have quite a bit of shine, and it just kind of doesn't. There's a couple shades in there with the micro glitter. here. The matte shades in here are pretty pigmented and they blended okay. I got more fallout with these shades than I kind of would have liked to. And then too, I had to kind of build and blend out some of those mattes. It was a little bit more blending than I typically would have liked to do. Like I feel like it could be a little more seamless through there, but I went in and built and blended and built and blended to try to get that blend even better, and it was just kind of sticking and not wanting to move so much for me. I do like the way that the look came out and everything like that, but again, I had to work with the shades a little bit, and these are just really standard Too Faced eyeshadows. There's nothing new, nothing unique about the formula or anything like that. There's no special shades in here. There are some pretty shades, but nothing like super special, and I've been using some like out of this world shadows, even some like from those Beauty Bay palettes, and these they're just eyeshadows, if you will. Cute packaging, pretty shades and stuff like that, but very standard. So hopefully you can see that in the swatches. My mom actually purchased this palette as well, and she wore it and she does like it. She actually does not like matte eyeshadows that much. She loves all the shimmer shades. But I asked her today how she enjoyed the palette, and she said that she liked it. So again, that kind of goes down to not everybody likes the shiniest, most in-your-face eyeshadows either. You know, I like the metallic shades in here, like this one and that one are super, super stunning. I'll go over this again. It's kind of... And then we got these guys. This is a really pretty shade, as is this one. I just kind of think like sometimes when, you know, you keep the shade range the same, which this one is very similar to a lot of other Too Faced shadows. Like I can read the names and I think there's some repeats as well. I would just expect at least the formula to change a little bit, or there to be maybe some duochromes or some really shiny shades or something a little bit different, and there just isn't. And then this bottom row, and that's not to say this is a terrible palette, it's just something that we have all seen before from Too Faced, and I think this is their fall launch. I'm assuming they have a giant holiday collection planned at some point. Ooh, can you guys imagine, right? We're talking holiday collections. And then these last two shades. There aren't too many dry or gritty shades in here, which I have experienced that as well with Too Faced shadows. They're pretty soft shades. And again, a pretty color selection, but it's a very similar to other Too Faced that we've seen in the past. So that's the Cinnamon Swirl eyeshadow palette from Too Faced right there. Ulta also had the new Coca-Cola and Morphe collaboration out, and so I went ahead and I got the Cheerfully Cherry Artistry palette. I got the first collab palette that they did, the eyeshadow palette, and I really enjoyed that one. And this one has some really pretty berry colors in it, so I thought I would give this guy a try. And this is a pretty nice eyeshadow palette. It is made in China. I'm trying to find the amount of product that's in here. There's 18.5 grams across 18 shades, or 0.65 ounces, so you're getting over a gram of eyeshadow per pan. So that's, I mean, it's a decent amount of product that you're getting. So this is the box packaging that it comes in, and then here is the actual packaging. It's a tin packaging, very similar to the Too Faced. The Cherry Coke portion of it is raised. I think the biggest difference is probably the corners. The corners of the Morphe one are a little more like squared. They're not as rounded like the Too Faced one is. It feels maybe just a little bit cheaper, but not by a lot, to be honest. So here is the actual packaging again. It's the tin packaging. And this one here, I really wish that they would have printed the names inside, kind of like the Too Faced one. But there's a sleeve inside that has got the names on it, or like a protective cover that has the names on it. But anyway, here are your shades inside. There is a decent array of mattes and shimmer shades, but I would have loved a lighter shimmer. I thought that this one was going to work kind of for the inner corner, but it goes on me more like a mid-tone kind of tan shade, but it's a very pretty metallic shade, and I got along with these really well. They blended nicely. They're nicely pigmented. I just wish that I had that kind of lighter sparkly shimmer shade, so I did go in with the Aether Beauty Pure Diamond Dust when I used this palette for the inner portion of the eye. But otherwise, I was pretty happy with this palette. I used this shade right here, which is kind of the Coca-Cola red shade. And when I washed my face that night, that shade did leave a little bit of staining on my lid. I could tell it looked a little bit more pink, so that is something to be aware of. But there are the first four. And then these next ones. And then these guys. My mom got this palette too, and she really loves this one too. We kind of bought a lot of the same things when we were in Ulta there. I always tell my mom whenever there's something that I have that she thinks that she might want, she can just come in here and like shop the collection to see if she wants it first. And then this bottom row. Yeah, some of those matte shades, they just feel like silk. And then the last two here. Just some really pretty berry tones in that palette. So I am happy that I got this guy too. So this is the Coca-Cola and Morphe collaboration eyeshadow palette. I really like that they're playing around with different types of packaging. I think that this is a cuter packaging than just like black cardboard, you know? So anyway, very pretty. Ulta also had a display out for the new Colourpop Sonic Bloom collection. So I went ahead and I got the eyeshadow palette. The packaging on this is just so pretty. And I do get along with Colourpop shadows really well. They are made in the USA, and there's a total of 0.5 ounces of product, or 14.20 grams is what it says on the packaging. So really pretty cardboard here. And this is just like it's like a jewel tone kind of fall vibes palette for me. It's not quite a standalone. This one does not have a mirror in there. The lightest shade in here, Field Trip, it deepens kind of to a little bit of a peachy color that I would use maybe like as a transition or a blend out shade, like underneath the brow. It kind of deepens just a little bit too much for me. And then there isn't one that's light enough, so I'll bring in like Aether Beauty by itself, the Pure Diamond Dust, and use this palette. And the looks do turn out really pretty. Like I said, I get along with the Colourpop formula really well. But these are the shades in this guy. Again, the packaging on this is just so pretty. And they are magnetized in here as well. And I think the Colourpop website, if I'm not mistaken, is having like a giant sale this weekend too. 25% off. I have like $200 worth of stuff in my cart that I want to get, of different pieces and palettes and stuff that I need to get caught up on. I've been so busy, like I feel like I'm missing out even what's going on with the latest greatest in Makeup Land is. But look at that color. Oh my gosh. I love these two shades. They are so pretty. And this bottom row is all matte. I've got a couple cats like laying right down here. Oh my gosh, you guys want to see Sherbert, huh? I think he's sleeping, but I'll show him to you guys. He's the little cat that I rescued last, oh well, it's been about 3 weeks now, but I'll grab him and I'll show him to you guys. But this is the Sonic Bloom eyeshadow palette from Colourpop right here. You guys were so disappointed that I talked about the cat and then I didn't show the cat in the video last week. Kind of a nervous little guy, but this is Sherbert. I've had him here for about a month. He was so skinny, like his backbone was sticking out and his little hip bones and everything. And he's, as you can see, he's not that skinny anymore. He's really got the belly, but he's trying to be a little shy guy. But I do need to take him to the vet. He needs to get some shots and stuff like that. I've been treating a couple little things that he has going on. He was like he looked like the saddest little cat when we brought him up here, but he is really having fun with another one of my rescue cats named Waffle. That's the one you guys saw at the door that was walking by. He's also orange and white, and it's really funny because this kitty looks a lot like Waffle, and they're like little BFFs, like they're toying on each other and wrestling, and then Waffle will be licking his head and stuff, and it's pretty cute. But anyway, this is Sherbert. Oh my goodness, he's really trying to be shy. Back to the haul anyway. I purchased the new Milani Ungilded Most Loved Matte Eyeshadow Palette at Walmart. I was able to find it. I actually had it in my bucket on the Ulta website, but then I seen it in Walmart, so I just grabbed it there. So this guy here is made in the US, assembled in the DR, which must be, yes, the Dominican Republic, and there is 0.59 ounces or 16.8 grams of product across 12 shades, so you are getting a decent amount of shadow in here. And I've worn this one a couple times. I paired it with the Sugar Drizzle really shimmery shades, and this blends out really nice. It has nice pigmentation. I didn't have like a bunch of trouble like blending out like lines, kind of like I did with the Too Faced one. They just blended really nicely. So there is a mirror in here, and the packaging is cardboard. And then this is primarily warm tones, and again, everything in here is matte. Oh my gosh, I brought him in here. He's purring at my feet. So if you guys can hear that, that's little Sherbert there. Biting on my slipper now. In this middle row. Love that orange. And I want to say this guy was only like 10 bucks. And then the bottom row. So that's the Milani Ungilded Most Loved Matte Eyeshadow Palette right there. Really good one. I think the formula is really good for being matte in general, let alone being an affordable matte eyeshadow palette. It's a really nice one. I almost forgot this lip product that I purchased at Ulta too. I got the mini just because I wasn't sure. Like the shade looked like it would be like a really light nude like I like, but it's actually deeper. Maybe a good fall shade. I might have to play around with lip liners with it. The lip liner I use is kind of a mid-tone brown, and it just pulled really dark for me and it kind of washed me out. But this is the KVD Beauty Epic Kiss Nourishing Vegan Butter Lipstick, 0.02 ounces. Again, I got the mini, and this guy is made in Italy, so this is the box packaging. The actual packaging is really pretty. The play on the Studded Kiss lipstick range, but the shade that I got is Womankind, and I think it's the lightest shade in the whole range of lipsticks. And I really wish that they would come out with some like lighter shades because I really like the formulation of it. So this is the Womankind one. Yeah, and I think it'll look better if I use a lighter lip liner. Maybe my lip liner was just a little bit too dark, but it's kind of a warm orangey kind of a nude shade. Feels very, very nice on the lips. That's why I wish they would come out with some more light shades. It's not what I have on today. I wore Max Creme de Nude. For me, I just wish it was a little bit lighter. And again, because I really like the formula, I don't think there's a shade in the range that I could make like a shade that I wear a lot. So I hope that they come out with more colors in this range, because again, the formulation is really pretty. It's got like a kind of a creme brulee scent to it, but it doesn't really taste of anything. So that is the KVD Epic Kiss Nourishing Vegan Butter Lipstick in the shade Womankind right there. And then I should show you, this is what the little twist up looks like right there. And then I placed an order on the Sephora website, and I got the new Milk Makeup Sunshine Under Eye Tint and Brighten 3-in-1 under eye tint plus brightener plus hydrator, 99% natural formula with vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, and caffeine. Helps reduce the appearance of dark circles and illuminates eyes. So I got the lightest shade that they make. It's the shade number 1. And I had actually contemplated buying the Sunshine Skin Tint that they have with the SPF to use as a concealer and also try as like an overall foundation for quite a while. I just had gone back and forth and back and forth. And I hadn't gotten it yet, but they came out with this here, kind of a concealer style product, and so I purchased this and I really like it. Like, I like it a lot. The only thing that I would change is this is the lightest shade available, and on me it does deepen just a little bit. So like today I used the Fenty Beauty Lilac under eye setting powder to try to brighten it up. And it's the lightest, again, the lightest shade that they make. So I wish they had one that was a little bit lighter, because I don't think if you're like really fair, this is going to be too dark for you. And then one that's a little bit more pink, which I loved their marshmallow concealer for a really long time. And I think I ended up purchasing like 3 shades of that at some point. They had expanded on that range. So I'm hoping that they'll do the same thing with this product, because this is a beautiful, beautiful product for underneath the eyes, especially if you have like a drier under eye like me. It just feels so nice, and it's not like thick, and it covers really well for like a hydrating type product. I'm just super impressed with it. I got it, it's been over a week now, and I've been wearing it every single day since then. The packaging is kind of interesting. It's got a really cold little metal ball on there for, you know, to kind of do the depuff thing or whatever. I just squeeze some out here. I'll show you what it looks like. It comes out in like little, like three little areas around the ball there. And then I just go like this on, and then I take my sponge and blend it out. But it's such a nice product. I really, really like it, you guys. I just wish that they expanded on their shade range. It feels like an eye cream. It really does. And I've used quite a few different setting powders with it as well, and I've had good luck with almost every single setting powder that I've used with this. It doesn't crease on me. It feels really nice. The coverage is pretty decent. I would say it's a light to medium buildable type of coverage, but for as nice and like hydrating as it feels, I think the coverage is really good, as you can kind of see on my hand there. I've just been using it nonstop because it feels so nice, and it also looks really nice underneath the eyes. So this is what I have underneath my eyes today as well. It's really tempting me. I might just, you know, go ahead and get the one for the face. I think it comes in only a ½ ounce for the foundation. It's quite expensive. I remember reading some of the reviews and people pointing that out. But this is this is a really pretty concealer for underneath the eyes, and it's what I have got underneath my eyes today. It feels so nice. It feels hydrating. It looks nice. It hasn't been migrating into my little lines. Really been enjoying it. So that is their new Sunshine Under Eye Tint and Brightener. Sunshine Under Eye. Sunshine. And then similar to how I feel about Lisa Frank, which I absolutely love, I also love the Care Bears. And Violet Voss did 2 collaboration eyeshadow palettes with Care Bears. Am I the only one? Do you guys remember the Gummy Bears on the Cartoon Network? I could like sing the song, but then that might just be pushing it. But I like the Gummy Bears too. But anyway, there's 2 little palettes here that Violet Voss did with the Care Bears on there. So the little one, or the mini one, is a 6-color eyeshadow pressed pigment palette. And this guy here is made in the PRC. There's a total of 0.28 ounces or 7.8 grams of product in there. So you're getting over 1 gram of product per shade. And then here is the packaging. It is a cardboard packaging. And you have got 4 matte shades and 2 shimmers in this guy. The shimmers are this yellow and then this green right here. This is definitely not a standalone for me, so I would pair this one with the larger one when I use it. But I get along with the Violet Voss eyeshadow formula pretty well. They blend easily. They have nice pigmentation. I've got quite a few of the Violet Voss palettes. And they made it even funner with the Care Bear collaboration. So there are the first 4. And then you've got this really pretty sky blue and a magenta. So those are the swatches for the mini eyeshadow palette right there. And then the larger eyeshadow palette has got 12 colors, and this one is also made in the PRC. There's a total of 1.34 ounces or 38.4 grams of product in this guy. So you are getting well over 2 grams per eyeshadow in this one, which is just a massive amount of product. How cute is the packaging? So here is the larger palette. It is also a cardboard. I'll show it next to the little guy here so you guys can see the size difference. The shades between the two are different, so you're not getting repeats. There's a mirror in this one. And then here are your 12 eyeshadows right here. This guy has 6 mattes and 6 shimmers in it. I'm just going to go ahead and continue the swatches so you can see the shades next to the mini palette there. And then this center shade row. Look at how bright those are. And I love that they included kind of some more neutral tones to ground those really bright ones. It worked out super nice. This is kind of a duochrome with a pink shift to it, that whiter shade. But that is the Violet Voss. Well, there's the 6 from the little and then the 12 from the larger palette. So this is the 12 color palette right here with the Care Bears on it. Again, from Violet Voss. And then lastly here, I got in a few PR packages from some of my favorite brands. This first one is from Aether Beauty, and they reached out to me and asked if they could send me over their newest eyeshadow palette, which I was like, yes, please. I just hauled their newly revamped kind of neutral gemstone palette. It was a few videos ago, but they came out with a brighter eyeshadow palette. Like, it's the brightest one that they've done thus far across their range. So it's the Moonlight Crystal palette, and Aether Beauty is a vegan cruelty-free brand. So there are 8 shades that are 1.5 grams or 0.05 ounces, and then there are 4 shades that are 1.25 grams or 0.04 ounces. The pan sizes, you'll see in a minute, are different sizes. So this is the box packaging that it comes in. And it's vegan, cruelty-free, clean ingredients, sustainable packaging. So they kind of ditched the band that they used to have on their products, and they now spell their name different. So I think that's why they had a lot of their products on sale for a while, is because they kind of revamped some stuff. So it used to be AETHER, like on the Pure Diamond Dust highlighter here, and now it's just ATHR Beauty, and then they don't have the band on the packaging anymore. And their products are made in the USA. So here is the actual packaging of the palette. And there's kind of a lip now, as opposed to that rubber band that was on there that holds the palette closed. So you've got like this inner lip, and then everything in here is recyclable. There is a little sheet on the inside with the names printed on it. I would have loved if the names were printed on the actual packaging. Or their older ones used to have a sticker on the back that also had the diagram with the shades on there. Either or would have been nice, because I typically like to toss these, but since the names are on here, I will hang on to it. And then here are your shadows. So the smaller ones in the middle are 1.25 grams, and then the larger ones on the outer perimeter are 1.5 grams each. So I always have so much fun trying to make sure that I hit each shadow when they're like laid out like this. Sometimes I forget one. You guys always point it out to me, and then I'm always like, dang it, when I forget one. So the Aether Beauty formula is like a standard eyeshadow formula with a little bit of like a pretty sparkle in some of the shades. But what makes it a little bit different is it's a nicely pigmented, blendable, clean vegan eyeshadow formulation. And for it to be a clean vegan beauty formula, I think that their shadow formula is really nice. It's probably more for somebody who likes a little bit more tamed down shadow, because I don't feel, even with the brighter shades, I think that they appear wearable on the eyes, if that makes sense. They're not like over the top or anything like that. This one here's got like a little bit of a blue, like slightly blue shift in it that's really pretty. And then these guys. second, grab this one and this one. It's very gemstone-like. And when I used this, I didn't incorporate any other eyeshadows. And the look was very cool toned. It gave me like fall vibes. It really did, because of the coolness of it. It was actually kind of cold that day too, so I was like, this is fitting. But when I used it, I was able to use it as a standalone eyeshadow palette with that lighter kind of silver shade in there. Did I get them all? Oh no, I got this one too. See, they have nice pigmentation to them. So really pretty colors, kind of more standard in terms of like shimmer and matte in there, and then you've got a little bit of a duochrome and kind of that shade right there. But pretty eyeshadow palette right there from Aether Beauty, and again, that is their new Moonlight Crystal eyeshadow palette. So you kind of line that up and then close it, and that is from Aether Beauty right there, and a huge thank you to them for sending this over. Then Saturday Skin sent me over a really lovely PR package. They sent me over another one of the Yuzu Vitamin C Bright Eye Creams, which I use this every single morning over the Swanee Cocoa like eye serum that I really love as well, because this is a heavier type of cream and it's really moisturizing. I have got I think just under half of the original bottle of this that they sent over. I really like this eye cream for the daytime with the vitamin C in there. So super happy that they sent over another one of those. And then there were these carrots in there, and it's like made out of gunny sack or like potato sack material. And I'm going to give them to my cats to play with, because I think that they're going to have a ton of fun with them. And the reason there are carrots in there is because they launched a new moisturizer, and it's the Carrot and Niacinamide Moisturizing Cream. And it says, protect and nourish your skin from daily digital and environmental stress. So I have actually been using this at nighttime. It's a thicker cream, and I've been grabbing a decent amount of product, and then I put it on. It feels like I could leave it, but I still go over it with a little bit of the Belif True Cream Moisturizing Balm. Like I just have to have my Belif, you know, especially for nighttime, but I don't use it nearly as much of the Belif if I put on a layer of this stuff, and I haven't had any strange reactions or anything like that. And I do feel like when I wake up in the morning, especially starting to go into fall, because it's been a little bit colder here, I notice like extra hydration in my skin. So I've really been enjoying this cream, and I've been using it for about 2 weeks now. So I'll show you, I've got a pretty substantial dip in the product, but you can kind of see it is a thicker cream, but when you kind of work it into your skin, it has like this dewiness to it at the same time. It's really a pretty cream, and it doesn't really smell like anything. Like there's no citrus or no carrot or no vegetable type of smell or anything like that. But it says on the card here that it's got carrot extracts, 3 antioxidant rich extracts from carrots that help the look of skin's tone and texture. It's got niacinamide, it's got ceramides and lipids to help prevent dryness and irritation while locking in moisture. Again, no irritation, no strange reactions, and when I put it on, it just feels nice. Like I might just, maybe tonight I'll do it. Maybe I'll just go in with 2 layers of this cream and leave out the Belif completely and just see what my skin does. Be a little interesting experiment to see what happens. But anyway, it's got CHA-7ES complex, which is 7 signature peptides to help visibly renew skin over time. That is what it says on here on the little card right there. And I've been enjoying quite a few of the Saturday Skin products. It is a Korean beauty brand. And this jar has got, I think it's 1.7, let me see, 1.7, yeah, 1.69 fluid ounce glass jar to it. I like their packaging. I like a lot of their products. I feel like a lot of their products are really geared toward like a sensitive, drier skin type, which is what I have. So that's probably why I get along with them so well. But huge thank you to Saturday Skin for sending this over. I'm pretty excited about it because I've been enjoying it a lot. Again, especially going into the winter time. I love to layer my serums and moisturizers. But I'm going to see, let's just do it tonight. I'm going to put on 2 layers of the carrot cream and not the Belif, and we'll see how I wake up tomorrow to see if my skin feels even more hydrated or maybe less hydrated without the Belief, but it does feel nice, very nice underneath the Belief True Cream Moisturizing Balm. So anyway, huge thank you to Saturday Skin for sending that over. And then Youth to the People sent me over their new acid. And you guys know how I feel about a good acid. I just got to show you their PR box because I think it's pretty cool. It's got like all the information and whatnots and stuff, but it's kind of, I feel like I'm going to like hit the camera with one of the wings and knock all my stuff over. So I got to set it down. Inside the box, there was a superfood cleanser, which I have gone through several of these in the full size that I have purchased myself. This is just a really gentle, super nice cleanser. It's a product that I will probably repurchase again at some point in time. And then they sent over this little reusable cotton rounds, which I haven't used these ones just yet, but I did try some from Paula's Choice and they absorbed so much product that I felt like I was kind of being wasteful. These ones are more like a towel type of a texture. They're really thin, so I should give these ones a try and maybe they won't absorb as much because again, yeah, they're much thinner than the Paula's Choice ones. But how cute are these? There's what, 6 of them in there? Youth to the People, little reusable cotton rounds with the pouch there. I love stuff like this. And then their new product is the Mandelic Acid and Superfood Unity Exfoliant. So this is a 3% AHA, a 2% BHA, and a 1% PHA. So you guys know I like to layer acids as well. So I'd layer a BHA with an AHA, and this one has got both in there. And then I love, oh gosh, I love the Glow Recipe one. I love the Pharmacy one. The Saturday Skin one that I have is a 10%. So I have really sensitive skin. I got to be a little bit careful with that one because that's a high percentage of AHA in there. What is the other one that I'm using? Oh, the Good Molecules one that I had been using morning and night. I love that one as well. This is another really nice one, and it's gentle, but it's effective. So I stopped using the Good Molecules one to start using this one about 2 weeks ago, and I was using it morning and night. I feel like it's similar. It's similar to the Good Molecules one, maybe just a little bit more gentle than the Good Molecules, but again, still effective. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Pharmacy one, but I think that this one is a little bit stronger than the Pharmacy toner, which I've gone through several of those too. The one in the green, the deep, I think it's called the Deep Sweep. I just get so excited about acid products because I have got aging, acne prone, dry skin, and acids do a really fantastic job of getting off dead skin cells, like keeping the acne at bay and renewing your skin and stuff like that. So I just really love a good acid, and this is a good one. So like I said, I've been using it morning and night for just about 2 weeks. I've used about 1/3 of the bottle already. I didn't kind of realize that till just now. But this is a 4 fluid ounce bottle of, and it's a gentle solution. And I would agree with that. It is a gentle solution, but it's not as as gentle as the Glow Recipe watermelon one. That one is a PHA. I love that one too, but that one is like extra gentle. This one's gentle, but you can still feel like, I want to say tightness, but not dryness. Like, it was funny because the first time that I had used this, I didn't feel like a tight, dry effect on my skin, so much so that I almost like spaced out putting on like my moisturizer because I didn't have like no tight feeling on my face. And I was like, that caught me off guard when I was like, oh my gosh, get yours. Maybe I was just tired then. I don't know, but I almost forgot to put on like my thick layers of moisturizer. Anyway, a huge thank you to Youth to the People for sending over their new Mandelic Acid and Superfood Unity Exfoliant. If you want to try an effective toner, but one that's not like super harsh, I think this would be a good one to try. I can see myself repurchasing this when I run out of it too. And that is everything that I have for my haul today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.